And we're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the first ever official Freethinking podcast. My name is Mitchell King. I'm your host. And on today's episode, we're just going to be discussing what the podcast is all about. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode. I'm going to try to keep all future episodes between maybe an hour, 2 hours, just depending on how the flow of things goes. We will have guests on every episode if I can help it. But today, you're just stuck with me. So yeah. This is going to be our episode 0, if you will. It's going to be just the introduction. I'm going to let you into my world a little bit and just kind of explain what the podcast can all be all about, what I'm all about. And so let's dive right in. My name is Mitchell King, like I said before. Don't know if anybody's noticed so far, but the name is a play on my last name. And it's a really good fit, I think, because this podcast, like I said, maybe in descriptions that you've seen, it's not going to be about anything in particular. It's just going to be about me and my friends and some friends of friends and just whoever wants to come on. And we're just going to be discussing a wide variety of topics, crazy amount of topics. I already got a bunch that I have picked out, and I'm always taking suggestions on our social media. Feel free to DM me. Or tweet me, anything like that. You will get me directly. There's nobody else running my pages. It's just going to be me. So feel free to DM us and comment, like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff if you like what you hear. So yeah, let's dive into it. So yeah, like I said, this podcast is not going to be about anything in particular. I've always really enjoyed podcasts. I take a lot of inspiration from the Joe Rogan podcast. The Joe Rogan Experience. If nobody's listened to that yet, which I'm sure you have because it's like the highest rated podcast out, I would definitely check it out because he has some crazy guests on there, and just I've learned so much from that one. So that's kind of where I got my inspiration from, along with a bunch of other good podcasts that I listen to. But yeah, so I've always wanted to start my own. I think I got a lot of cool stuff I could say, and I just like to talk, so here we are. This is my first time ever attempting to do a podcast, so bear with me if there's some mic bumps or anything like that in the beginning, but we're going to iron it out. You guys are going to be with us along the ride, so please hang in there. You might hear my dog in the background, things like that. I'm going to try to keep the background noise to a minimum, but for now, just bear with me. Like I said, we're gonna have a guest on every week. I already got at least 10 people lined up that are ready to go, so we're gonna have a good, solid first 10 episodes. And I guess you could say this is gonna be more of a like comic podcast. It's not gonna be about anything super serious. We'll try to make a light of some situations, but we're also gonna dive into some serious stuff too. I know one of my topics I was looking into was depression, and just kind of want to talk on that and touch on that because I think we've all been there. So maybe that's something we just would like to hear about. People that have been through it. Maybe you want to see what it's like to be on the other side. There's always people out there struggling. But then we're also going to keep it light with some other cool things like pets. Everybody has a pet, or if you don't, everybody wants a pet. I don't know why you wouldn't. They're fucking awesome. And if I haven't said so far, this will be an explicit podcast. That's right. No censorship here, baby. We will be full-fledged, saying all the cuss words that we can think of. So if that's too fragile for your ears, I'm sorry. You're more than welcome to continue to listen and maybe grow the fuck up a little bit. But if not, that's fine too. Just kidding. But seriously, we will be swearing on here. So if that's not cool with you, I completely understand. But just explicit content warning ahead of time. But we will be talking about pets. We're going to be talking about conspiracy theories. That's one of my favorite things to talk about, so I definitely want to dive into that. And then we're actually going to be talking about some funny stuff like do you think you could fight 12-year-olds? This is a really good one. I can't wait to have my buddy Jordan on. We're going to actually discuss this topic because outside of the podcast we've gotten really in depth with it. But feel free to tweet me or DM me or just shout out to me. Do you guys think you could fuck up 12-year-olds? Do you think you would stand a chance, or do you think the 12-year-olds would just beat the living hell out of you? I'm really interested to know. So we're going to dive into that a little bit, and then we'll, diet, weight loss, pets, dreams, ancient civilizations, maybe a little bit of politics. I know that's everywhere nowadays, so I'm going to try to steer away from politics as much as I can, but it's really hard in today's society not to have an opinion. But, we'll see. I'm also a gun lover, so we might dive into some tactical gear stuff, some gun stuff, some Second Amendment stuff. Maybe have some crazy ex-girlfriend stories. Who knows? We got a bunch of guests lined up, and I'd really like to hear what they have to say. All the guests in the beginning probably will be friends of mine, and then maybe some friends of friends. But like I said, anybody who's willing to be on, and you feel like you got a good opinion and voice, feel free to hop on. You can DM me or tweet me, and I'd be more than willing to have other people on. Like I said, this is gonna be more of an interview, hybrid, comic, standalone podcast, but I am doing it through a website called Cast. Shout out to Cast. If you are looking to start your own podcast and you don't have a whole lot of money to start, it's a pretty good website from what I've seen so far, so go check it out. Not sponsored in any way. We have no sponsors so far, so anybody that I shout out is 100% pure review from me. So 100% standard user review. So yeah, Cast is who we're going to be using, and all I got to do is email you a URL, and then we can hop on and talk about some stuff. But yeah, please, I want this to be an open and honest podcast. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I want you guys to be honest with me. Tell me if I'm doing a good or bad job, what I could do better, and please comment and hit that like button, or give us stars, all that good stuff on it, because I will be trying to put us out on all podcast platforms, and that really helps get the name out there. So if you like what you hear, share it with your friends, family. If you get a good laugh, if you learn something, like I said maybe earlier, I'm going to be trying to live Google things, so we have some fact checks while I also research ahead of time the topics we're going to be talking about. None of these shows will be scripted, so we're just going to full go at it, just flow. Just go with the flow, you know what I mean? I feel like podcasts go best that way, in my experience. So, yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So hang in there. But please, for real, go follow us at the Freethinking P, I believe is what we are on Twitter now, at Freethinking P. And then we're gonna have our Instagram and Facebook pages up shortly. So bear with me on that. This is just kind of a new and fresh thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the introduction about the podcast. I guess I can go in a little bit more depth about myself. I'm a 23-year-old guy, just a normal everyday dude. I'm a sales manager of a store. I have a beautiful girlfriend and a wonderful dog that I love very much. I live in upstate New York. Moved around a lot as a kid. So I have a lot of life experiences. I try to say that I have tried to live my life as best as I can. I'm just continuing to do that. I'm only 23. Sometimes I got to stop myself and smell the roses and just realize that I'm still kind of a young guy. But yeah, that's pretty much it about me. I'm a normal dude. If you guys have any questions or want to get to know me a little bit better, please feel free to tweet me, DM me, do whatever you want to do. I'm an open book, so yeah, if you want to know a little bit more about the creator of the Freethinking podcast, feel free to shout me out. But yeah, alrighty guys, I think that pretty much wraps it up. I can wrap this episode up in 10 minutes or so. Just kind of want to give you guys an idea of what we're all about here. So yeah, if you have any topic ideas, shout us out, let me know. I'm more than willing to talk about whatever crazy shit you guys can come up with. There's some awesome topics out there. We're going to be up on Stitcher, iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube. I'm going to get us out there for the world to hear. And I really want to make this podcast big. This is all out of my pocket, all out of my house. I'm not a big studio kind of guy yet, but I'd love to someday. This is a big passion of mine, and I think we can have a lot of fun with it. So, if you guys are willing to help me out, I'll keep the content rolling. We should be coming out with a new episode every Wednesday, so by 5 p.m. So keep on the lookout for that every Wednesday. The first episode probably will be out before Wednesday, but I'm going to try to knock out as many as I can and keep them steady rolling for you guys. So yeah, you should look for at least 5 podcasts a month, more than likely. 4 to 5. And they'll all range from 1 to 2 hours. So, if you're ever bored, like I am at work sometimes, or your commute to work, or whatever, just throw us on, man. Share us with your family, friends. If you get a good laugh, I know I do when I do these with my friends. So we're just a bunch of friends having fun. And I just kind of want to know what everybody's opinions on stuff are. So yeah, like I said, my name was Mitchell King, and this is the introduction episode to the Freethinking podcast. Hope you guys have a great day, and keep thinking freely, guys. Have a good night.